Hi, my name is GRINYA, this is the latest FIA DC news and I'm here to prepare you for the best drifting event of 2021, the FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup in Riga, Latvia. Let's roll! Today we're gonna introduce the new admitted drivers and meet one of the judges of the competition. For the first time, FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup will take place in Europe. It will be held on the 12th and 13th of June 2021 in Riga, Latvia. The event is in the spotlight of everyone's attention. A critical part of any drifting event is the judges panel. Of course, only the best may be honored to judge the drifting competition like FIA DC. If you remember, in the first FIA DC in Japan in 2017, the DOS scoring system was used, which means that GPS and accelerometer gauges installed in every vehicle measured the drift angle and the average velocity in the rated drift side. It made it easier to visualize the results for the spectators and FIA officials. However, the next year and in all FIA DC events thereafter, the regular system with a panel of 3 judges was used. Let's begin meeting FIA DC 2021 judges from Europe, experienced in judging the previous year's FIA DC events. Let me introduce to you the first member of the panel 2021, David Kalas from the Czech Republic, and ask him several questions. Hi David!
Hi everyone!
What do you think may be changed in the Cup when it is held in Europe?
Yeah, true, that's a very interesting question. Coming from Japan, the main country of drifting, where it all started, to Latvia, which is a very small country in Europe, in Eastern Europe, which a lot of people even do not know about. But if you look into the past, every time when there was an event in Riga, international event in Riga, it was like drifting holiday. Like a lot of people from different countries were coming there just to see that venue, that crazy thing in the middle of the woods. It's in the middle of the woods, still in the middle of the city, amazing atmosphere, a lot of close battles. It's a very dangerous track, so it will not be easy to take the crown at that venue. So yeah, that's a very good decision to go into that place. Second thing is that we are also having new organizer, and the new organizer was very keen to see what was done wrongly in the past and also what was done right, and take the right part and repair the wrong part. So I just hope that it will be just amazing events with amazing fun, with a lot of drifting.
This year, FIA introduced a new team's title nomination. Do you think it will make the Cup more exciting?
Yeah, team title is something which is not that much common for drifting world. You're not seeing it much commonly in different championships, but this is not a normal championship. This is World Championship that's bringing all the best in one place. And I believe that building strong teams can bring more funding into the sport, and for the future of the sport, it can bring something good.
What is the most challenging part of being a judge at FIA DC?
Nice question. Judging task is something which is not easy in any cases, even if you are judging like completely rookie race somewhere in nowhere. But then you are going to way higher championships, and it's still starting to be a little bit more intense because you're need to looking into the way more details. But there is one really challenging thing in case of IDC, and that's you're bringing drivers from all around the world to one spot, and in different places, in different parts of the world, you're having different drift techniques, and somebody in Europe is drifting differently than somebody in the US, and somebody in the US is drifting differently than somebody in Japan, and that's can be applied to Australia, to other places in the world. And you bring all those drivers at one spot and bring all those different drift techniques, and then you need to judge it. So in case of line, yeah, that's quite okay. In case of angle, starting to be a little bit difficult. And in case of style, it will be very difficult. And it will be very important for us judges to explain completely to the drivers what we are expecting from them, to show to the crowd, and the communication between judges, drivers, and spectators is something which is really keen for me.
Thank you, David, and see you on the 12th and 13th of June in Riga, Latvia at FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup 2021.
Also, thank you, GRINYA, and see you there.
But of course, the main stars of FIA DC 2021 are the drivers. Only the best of the best may be admitted to the competition. Unfortunately, some entries cannot be satisfied. It is clear that any driver of the world strives to compete with the world-class drifting stars. But to make a spectacular show, we have to select the most experienced ones. And here are the drivers who have been registered and admitted to compete in the 2021 edition of the FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup. One of the first ones to commit to FIA DC 2021 was Ole Jaeger from Norway. He is one of the brightest representatives of the well-known gate bill. Besides, he was kind enough to take care of Fredrik Asbo's Toyota Supra, aboard which he began his Formula Drift career. As the Supra is nicknamed Chucky, you can see this character in different elements of the car. As a Pro 2 Formula Drift driver, Ole Jaeger became the winner of the Atlanta 2018 stage. The Norwegian driver has been on the podium for over 30 times. He holds the title of Scandinavian Power Drift Champion 2012 and 2016. And most interestingly, in a team, Ole Jaeger won the spectacular and unusual drifting event Gate-Bill Super 3 in the years 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. You won't see such drifting anywhere else. Ole Jaeger revealed the 2021 edition of his Supra not so long ago, but we'll see the power of its 950 horsepower 2JZ in Riga on the 12th and 13th of June. The name of the next competitor is well known all over the world. He has taken a shot at competing in the US, Europe, the Middle East, but his domestic series is RDSGP. He has tested many platforms and spent a lot of time taming the popular Supra A80, but in the end decided to create his own perfect drift car from scratch. His name is Sergei Kabargin. This man is loved and respected, his videos are watched by hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and every appearance of Flunker F on the racing track is cheered by fans. Due to his great commitment, Kabargin found himself on the podium of the Championship of the United Arab Emirates, the Championship of Belarus and Eastern European Drift Championship. By the way, Flanker F doesn't use 265mm tires. This superlight beast runs on 255s and often looks much more agile and aggressive than his opponents. FIA DC 2021 and Bikerniki in Riga, Latvia can't wait to see the Russian hyper drift car in heats for the IDC Cup. Another entry came from the Belarusian driver Sergei Sak. Sergei had a chance to learn the previous year's FIA DC regulations, since he represented Belarus at the 2018 edition of the Cup. Though he had to take his mate's car, he still managed to unleash his huge potential. Here's an interesting fact. It seems like he's gonna drive the same car at FIA DC 2021, but this time it belongs to him, which means that he doesn't have to handle it with care. We'll see his aggressive driving style in Riga in June. As you remember, it is not that easy to be admitted for the FIA DC. Sergei Sak is a two-time champion of Belarus in drifting, the winner of Eastern European Drift Championship 2016 and a regular member of RDSGP. I know we mentioned this driver in our previous video, but now we can make it official. The entry has been submitted and approved, and here comes our next participant. Georgy Chivchan, known all around the world as Gocha, the world's only two-time FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup champion and three-time champion of RDSGP. Nobody else has taken part in Formula Drift, Drift Masters European Championship, D1GP, RDSGP and FIA IDC. It's really hard to have such a track record and achieve the podium in the majority of the events. Unfortunately, last year the legendary yellow Silvia S15 was badly damaged in one of the RDS GP races, but he used it as an excuse to build a new one, more powerful and more yellow, to compete for the FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup in 2021. The new Silvia is also S15, but this time it's powered with a 900 horsepower engine. Do you wish to join Jaeger, Sak, Kabargin, Chivchan and other drivers for competition at FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup 2021 in Riga, Latvia? You can find all the FIA IDC rules, technical regulations and entry form at fiadriftingcup.com or contact your local representative of Automobile Federation and get all the information. I hope you remember that FIADC news comes out every 2 weeks, and for now, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and follow our social media accounts, which you can find in the description below. Make sure you mark the 12th and 13th of June in your calendar. You're gonna be busy watching the major drifting event of the season 2021, the FIA Intercontinental Drifting Cup in Riga, Latvia. This was GRINYA, see you in 2 weeks.